Hi, welcome to day 11 of the podcast series Intensify. And today I want to talk about breaking goals down for precision in execution. Yesterday I talked about, I ended by saying you should write your plans, write your goals. But goals are the things that you want to achieve. It's very easy to write those ones. But now, how do you want to go about achieving those goals? You need to have precision in your execution. I need to come up with actionable plans that will help you to deliver results. And this is how God works. I will show you shortly. I believe that the most difficult task that was ever done on earth was by Noah, when God told him that he should bring every kind of animal and birds into the boat that I was going to build. And if you look at that task, it was a combination of principles and miracles, in the sense that there was a big miracle for every animal, birds, and organism that exists to come together. That means the lion and the antelope were together, and they did not hurt each other. The cat and the rats were together, and all kinds of animals were together, but they didn't tear themselves apart like they would do in the jungle. And it happened because God made it so. In the book of Genesis chapter 6, verse 20, it says, pairs of every kind of birds, of every kind of animals, and every kind of small animals that scurry along the ground, they will come to you to be kept alive. The animals came to be kept alive. That was the part of God. But there was also the part of Noah, which he was responsible for fulfilling. In Genesis chapter 6, verse 14, it says, build a large boat from cypress wood and waterproof it with tar, both inside and outside. Construct decks and stores throughout the interior, and so many other instructions. That's the principles. Now, that's exactly how God works. There is something that God will do. There is something that you will do. Any teaching that puts all the responsibility on God is a false teaching. Even salvation, God gave Jesus Christ. You have to believe and accept him. So excelling in life and also achieving your goals must be a fine blend of miracles and principles, of labor and favor. And if you followed closely, in the last 10 days, everything we've been discussing about will bring miracles your way. But now you need to harvest those miracles. Those things will open doors for you. But how do you bring in the harvest and keep them safe during the floods? Now, principles helps you to warehouse and manage the harvest of miracles. It's like a farmer. God sends down rain, but the farmer will need to go and plant and also bring back the harvest. Now, some people are good at starting in the spirit. They pray, they do a lot of stuff. They're also very good at the mental work. They keep their sights and condition it to the right things. They take the right decisions. But that's where they stop. They don't know how to skillfully plan in order to experience precision in execution. But if you look at God himself, God plans, and God is a planner. In the book of Jeremiah 29:11, it says, for I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good. So God has a plan. And in mapping out your plan, one thing you can do is to do it the way God does it. If you look at the scripture, there is a way God plans. God has what I call a plans for the constants and the variables. So you too must have plans for the constants and the variable, so that you always have energy and resources to actualize your plan. I'm sure I know the next question in your mind. What are the constants and what are the variables? Now let's take example from God. God has some constants that he has planned. These things are constant. They will always be there. They will always be in place. They operate in form of systems, and they are in automatic mode. For example, Genesis chapter 8, verse 22, it says, as long as the earth remains, There will be planting and there will be harvest. There will be cold and there will be heat. There will be summer and there will be winter. There will be day and there will be night. Now, these are constants. It says, as long as the earth remains, I've put in place a system of energy, day and night, light. I've put in place a system of sowing and reaping. I've put in a system of reproduction. These are constant in all humanity. But there are variable plans that God has for each one of us. And those things are tailored to us and they are unique to us, just as our fingerprints are different. Now, how do you imitate God's planning system? In simple terms, you need to write down what you want to achieve and when you want to achieve it. For instance, I want to achieve this. How do I want to go about it? And when do I want to do what I have said I want to do? This is a very simplistic term. There are other more sophisticated way of planning. But write down what you want to achieve, how you want to go about it, and the when. And make sure it is, I'll call it SMART, SMAR. That's specific, measurable, actionable, and realistic. Now you can go online and read about SMART goals. It will help you. So have plans, for instance, for personal development, for savings and investment, for your family, for your health. These are variable plans that are specific to you. Now, after you've done that, then have plans for the constants. Just like God, you must have a system of light and energy. You say, as long as the earth remains, day and night will never cease. Therefore, you also need to have some day in your life. You must make sure that you are always facing Jesus. Psalm 119 verse 105, it says, thy word is a lamp unto my feet. So the word gives you day, gives you light. That's why I always believe that believers should have a Bible reading plan for a year that they follow. You should have a plan for prayers. Spend time, for instance, praying in tongues. Have a plan daily to pray in tongues, because you cannot afford erratic power supply. Think about it. You don't wake up one day and the sun does not come out, and there is no light. There is always, every day is predictable, depending on the season, when the day will break and when there will be sunset. So this is the way God has programmed. So you too, you need to program your life where you have system of energy that comes in. You need to also have a system for sowing and reaping that you've planned, because you need to have constant resource supply. It says, as long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest. So you too, you need to make plans for your seed time, which is you need to have giving plans. That's why in day 5, I talked about start by plugging to unlimited resources. So you should have giving plans for your parents, both for your earthly parents and spiritual parents, giving plans for ministry, and giving plans for the needy. Then you need to also have plans for reproduction. What are you doing to reproduce yourself? God has set a reproductive system on earth. That's why God is not creating anybody again. We are the one reproducing. So how do you want to raise disciples? How do you want to raise leaders? You need to have plans for that. Now, we'll talk more in the subsequent sessions on how to make your plans to be realized. But before I go to that, I want to say, write down your plan and break them down into what you will do daily, what you will do weekly, what you will do monthly, quarterly, and if possible, yearly. Just break them down so that the daily plans, every day you look at it. The weekly plan, you can take a Sunday and look at it. The monthly plan, you can take the first day of the month to look at it. The quarterly plans, you can take the first of the quarter to look at it, like that. You may not achieve everything, but I can tell you, if you do it this way, you just see yourself moving gradually towards where you want to be. Do something daily. Oh, I want to live a healthy life. Okay, I want to walk daily. I will take 30 minutes walk a day. Make a plan. Just write what you want to do to achieve it and draw that list. As simple as, this is what I want to achieve, this is how I'm going to go about it, and this is the timing I'm looking at. Just put it down and start working with it. Because you have God's backing and you've done everything we've said so far, you will just see that you will not be where you used to be. You will be advancing forcefully with God backing you towards your desired outcome. I hope that blessed you. If you did, share with somebody, share with your friends, share with your family. And also, if this is your first time listening, make sure you subscribe. We'll continue tomorrow.